have a tale as old as time. We both embarked on many adventures, yours overseas and mine with my heart in the Wild West. Once in a while, right in the middle of an ordinary life, love gives us a fairy tale.
We actually knew each other in high school back in the 80s. I was 14 and he was 17. I went over to his house to watch Thundercats and go swimming. He calls that our first date.
We shared a kiss or two, but she decided that I was too old for her. We went our separate ways, and I moved back to America from England in 2018.
He found me on Facebook, believe it or not.
And so I sent her a message and said, hey. And she replied back, that was a blast from the past. My name Con Wrath of Con, Star Trek 2.
We started talking, so he asked me how I feel about motorcycles.
And she said, I have my license and I own 2. Check that box. I said, what do you think about guns?
I said, I don't have a gun, but I like to go to the range. He says, well, why don't you come out to my house and we'll go shooting and go for a motorcycle ride. Sounds like fun. I went up to his house in Palmdale, got on the back of his motorcycle, and we went shooting, and he gave me his first kiss. And the rest is history. Here we are 19 months later.
Tara, when I third met you, I was captivated. From our conversations, I felt that this was going somewhere, and hopefully to right here. You were like the girl from before, but now an even better version. A smart, confident, independent woman with that same smile, giggle, blush, and sparkle in her eyes.
I'm so Twitter-pated with you. You completely discombobulate me. I accept you as my partner in life, my equal, and as a unique individual from this day forward. Whatever we may do, I'm here for you, and I know you'll be there for me too. Now and forevermore, you'll be in my heart. With you here, I know that life is much more fun. You are my greatest adventure, and we have such a bright future.
I proclaim that they are now husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Growing up, I hoped my dad would get remarried, but I would have never, ever guessed that my dad would be wearing a kilt, in his blues, riding a Harley, as mentioned, towards Disneyland. Now that I'm older, looking back at all the things you've done for me, I'd be lucky if I was half the man you are. I can see how happy you are, and I'm over the moon for you both.
I hear that Pat has found a young lady, and he thinks it might be something serious. Shaking my head, I'm wondering what the hell Pat is getting himself into now. But then I met this young lady, his Disney princess. And I began to see what Pat saw. I saw someone who was sharp enough to keep Pat in check, who was solid enough to stand by his side, and someone clever enough to keep him on his toes.
Tara's voice changed every time she talked about Pat. She was what most people would describe as happily and googly-eyed. After meeting Pat for the first time, I saw a light in Tara's eyes that I hadn't seen in a very long time. She was smiling and giggling nonstop, and she would dance on her toes again like I hadn't seen her do in a while. Immediately I knew in my heart that this guy was good for her and that he was going to stick around for a long time.
destined to find each other. Fairy tales do exist, like this day, but relationships take a lot of work. Love is a force that's more impressive than any other. It is invisible, but it can transform you in a single moment, and it offers so much joy.